All right, are we ready? Just about? Okay. Okay, is everybody ready to get started? Alderman Martinez, you ready? All right. The time is now 5:01 on April 21st, and the Community Development Committee is called to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Hayes,
Present.
Alderman Felix, Alderman Florian,
Present.
Alderman Donenworth,
Present.
Alderman Martinez.
Present.
Sorry, Corporation Counsel, are we waiting for somebody via phone for this committee?
Me, but I am dialing him in generally.
No problem. Just wasn't sure if we should wait. Okay, thank you. Audience time. There are no meeting minutes. I don't think I'm missing that here to approve. So,
That's correct. Since we're at a special meeting, there are no minutes today. We'll have minutes next time for the special meeting and the regular meeting.
sounds good. Thanks for the clarification. Agenda item number 2, is there anybody from the audience that wishes to address the committee about any item on the committee agenda? Anybody at all? All right. Agenda item number 3 is old business. Can I have a first and a second for agenda item 3A?
So move. Second.
First from Alderman Martinez, a second from Alderman Donilworth. Thank you. Agenda item 3A is a resolution reapproving a restated professional services agreement with SB Friedman Development Advisors, LLC, for development advisory services related to parking lot B, 131 North County Street, in the amount of $29,500. Are there any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Martinez,
Aye.
Alderman Donenworth,
Aye.
Chairman Hayes.
Aye. Motion passes. Agenda item 4A. Can I have a first and a second for 4A under new business?
First. Second.
First from Alderman Martinez, the second from Alderman Donilworth. Thank you. Agenda item 4A is an ordinance approving a conditional use permit to allow the operation and maintenance of an outdoor storage area as an accessory use at 1445 11th Street, zoning calendar 2781. Are there any questions? Alderwoman Florian?
Thank you, Chair. Noel, I was not at the Planning and Zoning meeting, which I usually am, so I have a couple questions. Were there any objections from the community or neighbors?
There was a neighbor who came. They were concerned. My read on it was that they thought that it was being turned into a self-storage facility. That was how I took their comments. They were concerned about trucks on 12th and Elizabeth, which are not truck routes. So we did have a conversation with the police officer that was there that evening. They helped me make a connection to the neighborhood policing officer for that neighborhood so that they could call and develop a relationship and then talk to them about truck enforcement. We also informed them that there was the newly approved truck enforcement unit that obviously will take some time to get going, but that's the kind of thing they can help address when trucks are in a neighborhood that they don't belong in. So they were happy with that additional information, still had some concerns. The business owner did say that the company moving in there owns 3 trucks that they'll use for delivery of materials. So it will be just their trucks. It's not a lot of other semis coming and going.
But the fact that there's not a truck route there won't affect those 3 trucks?
So there is a truck route on the other side of the building, where the access to the parking lot will be. That is a truck route.
Okay, and do we know what this other company is, or is it a secret?
I don't know the name of it, but it's a roofing company, a roofing materials company. So they'll have their outdoor storage, which is what the conditional use permit is for, will be roofing materials on pallets, stacks. One of the conditions is that it be no higher than the fence, and in that area, in an industrial zone, an 8-foot fence is allowed. They're also adding curbs and parkways that don't exist now, and landscaping those parkways outside of the fence, so there'll be additional landscaping that doesn't exist. A building will be torn down, they'll do the landscaping, do the parking lot on the slab where the building sits now. And then they'll have the outdoor storage there. The roofing company is permitted under the zoning ordinance in the
Okay.
industrial district.
That was one of my other questions. Do we want a motion to seat Alderman Felix?
Can I have a motion to seat Alderman Felix, please?
First.
First from Alderman Martinez, a second from Alderman Donilworth. Thank you for the nudge, Alderwoman Florian. Are there any other questions to agenda item? What's that? Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Any other questions to agenda item 4A? Okay, Noel, thank you for that clarification. It was
You're
very
welcome.
helpful. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Donenworth.
Aye.
Alderman Felix.
Aye.
Chairman Hayes.
Aye, motion passes. Agenda item 4B, can I have a first and a second?
First.
Second.
First from Alderman Martinez, a second from Alderwoman Florian. Agenda item 4B is a resolution authorizing a professional services agreement with Deegan Group for environmental services on the Washington and Sheridan Superblock in the amount of $217,000. Are there any questions? Alderman Felix?
Yes, can you explain what this is?
Certainly. So the Washington and Sheridan Super Block, we call it the Super Block just for short. It's the block that has Washington Street on the north, Sheridan Road on the east, Water Street on the south, and Genesee Street on the west. So it's that block. We have parking lots there, some green space, and then, as you know, we just acquired the bank there at 1 South Genesee. So this will take the environmental work that's already been completed on the city's property that suggested that more work is needed, and also complete the environmental work that's due on the bank. You may recall, we were able to reduce the price of the bank and get some money put in escrow for us to take on the completion of that environmental work for that property. So under the escrow agreement, we have 18 months to complete that work to draw on that escrow. So by starting this contract right away after we've closed on the bank, we can get as far down the line with that work as possible to get the IEPA, Illinois EPA's approval for a no further remediation letter, which then will give the developer of that site security of exactly what's there, what needs to still be removed, what has been removed. So it's setting the table for development. It's important pre-development work. So it'll get us down the road with the whole block together, which is really great.
I would like to hold this over till the new administration comes in. This is a very important development area, and I don't think 2 weeks would be a hindrance on us.
Well, what do you think will be different about this with the new administration? The work will still need to be done.
I agree. Well, I agree. There's a lot of things that could be changed. I mean, I'm pretty sure. You know, I spoke to the incoming mayor, and I myself think this is something that we should hold over as well. Just for myself, I want more details because this is a huge. We wouldn't talk about it till now.
So a minute ago, you asked what it was. So did you know what it was before you asked to
Yes,
hold it over?
I wanted to make sure that they explain to the public what it is as well.
It's environmental remediation that we have to do before anybody can do any work on the
Yeah,
site.
that's fine. We have 18 months. We should be okay. I think that.
No, it actually
I spoke to the former mayor.
takes a really long time to do that type of work, and we're acting most responsibly if we do the work as soon as possible.
It's 2 weeks. I think that I think it's pretty fair. I mean, we want to have the incoming administration look at what these plans look like. There's a lot of things going on in this council meeting that we're just pushing through, and I would like a lot of those things to be.
It'll be more than 2 weeks, though, because there's not going to be any committees in 2 weeks at his request already.
We have
So-
18 months.
And that's where it would be held over for the next committee meeting, which won't be for another, it'll be the 1st of June then, before we have another community development committee meeting, correct, Noel?
As far as I know, I mean, that would be the next regular meeting, would be the first Monday of June. I don't know whether Mayor-elect Cunningham will have special committee meetings.
We can always ask for a special meeting earlier, so there's always a way to make sure that we get this done in a timely manner. But again, we have 18 months. I don't think it's, that's the reason
Why do you keep saying we have 18 months? Where does that number come in at?
She just said 18 months as she was explaining it.
May I?
Yeah.
That's for the escrow, the time that we have to draw on the escrow on the bank.
Oh, so it's not like we have 18 months in our minds, it's that's the most amount of time we could take to actually use the money.
The bank's money, yes. And that would be after the completion of the IEPA review.
As somebody who's tried to push for development and contracts to be let as quick as humanly possible in other areas of downtown, can you help me understand why we should delay environmental cleanup downtown so that we can try to spur additional development?
In terms of environmental, there's many things you can do with what is on the bank itself. There's different options for it. You can always cap it. There's depending on what the direction is going to be for that development,
cap
that
what?
area. There's many options that you can do for that. That's what I'm saying. We have a new administration coming in. Let's have and sit down and take a look at what the plans are going to be.
What are we capping at the bank?
There's many options you can do in terms of look, there's just other options, I would say, and I wouldn't want to speak on any plans, but I'm pretty sure that I spoke to the mayor, incoming mayor. This is something that we want to make sure we all get all the details. And to your what you were saying about development, regarding the other deal, we took over a year to get it finalized, and this is new to me. I know that you guys started this in 2022, but this is new to me, and this is my ward, and I'm part of the community development committee as well. So I think this is way too rushed. That's the reasons why.
So you've known about it since 2022, but you're holding it over tonight and asking
No, I
questions
read
about
the
it for the first
information.
time?
It was from 2022. That's when it started. Now we're
Elected
bringing
in
it up.
2022?
No.
2023,
Yeah.
okay.
Listen, I understand that you talked to the mayor-elect, and if he wanted it held over, I'm sure he could have come here during audience time tonight and asked us to hold things over, rather than, using you as his
He's not
voice
using
on
me.
that.
He's not using me. I have a huge concern. I even asked Chief Bridges during our briefing. Oh, no, the last briefing, because I came in the last one, not during mine, but I came in the last one, like, what's this? Why out of nowhere are we voting on this? We need more information. And
What information are you missing exactly?
everything. I want everything. What's the details?
It's all in here. What are you missing that you don't have?
You understand there's a new incoming administration, right?
I do, but you just said there's information missing, so I want to know what you think is missing so we can make
No,
sure
no,
that the next time it doesn't get
information-
held over.
Information missing? No, with me. I want to sit down with the committee, with planning, zoning, and then your new mayor and saying, okay, well, what direction are we going to do with this huge property that we're
Right,
going to do?
but this is just the first
that you're
step.
wanting to vote on $200-something thousand right now. I think we should hold off on that. That's a lot of money.
So you think that we won't ever need to clean it up? Is that what you're saying? You said you think we'll be able to
I didn't say
cap
that.
it and not have to clean it up?
I didn't say that. You're saying that.
Well, you
I just wanna
mentioned
hold
capping
over.
it.
I just want to hold it over. That's all I want to do. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to try to override your holdover and get this moving. We've been waiting on this development for how many years now, Noel? I mean, we've been waiting 2 years just on the bank, I believe. And I would like to override your holdover and try to get this moving forward so that we can vote on it on city council tonight and get it moving. As Alderman Hayes said, if the incoming mayor was so concerned about it, he's a citizen. He could have come here tonight and talked about it, and he's not here. And he hasn't reached out to all of us because he sure hasn't spoken to me about it. So,
We talked to him about it.
I would just second the holdover, and let's try to move this thing forward, please.
Can we vote no for the whole?
No reason to delay environmental cleanups. Everyone knows the city's plagued with environmental issues. We're trying to act as quickly as possible to make sure that they're addressed while we're up against a deadline. And while you may think 18 months is a long time.
2 weeks.
In the reality, it's not 2 weeks. We've
Yes.
already established
I'm
that
asking for
it's-
2 weeks, and we can do always a special
If I could just
meeting
finish.
if we need to.
If I could just
Go
finish.
ahead. Yes. go ahead.
Then us acting as quickly as possible to jumpstart environmental cleanups downtown so that we can attract developers seems like a very responsible use of taxpayer dollars, not to mention the fact that this has been discussed for multiple years, and there's many points in which you could have raised questions or asked for additional information or tried to explain to any of us what you mean by capping the existing environmental issues. So I would second the holdover if procedurally that's the right way to go.
Can I just ask a procedural question, because I may have a solution that works? So there will not be any committee meetings at all on the 5th. But there will be a meeting to conduct regular business, pay bills and things like that. One solution that I would suggest is passing it out of committee and then tonight on the main agenda, holding it over for 2 weeks. And then it would be basically considered on the 5th. And if you need additional information then, you can, before then, you can abstain it, or you could ask to postpone it again if you have a majority. And if, I believe that what we're planning on doing is having regular business, recessing, swearing in the new mayor-elect, and there will not be regular business conducted after that. So there would be an opportunity to discuss this in 2 weeks, but not in a committee. So if you're willing to allow this to pass out of committee, you could hold this over at the main meeting tonight.
Well, I think it's the same.
That's just a
Well,
procedural
is
suggestion.
it the same path if we hold it over and then we vote on it that same night when we get to touch the subject again? Isn't it the same kind of thing?
Well, we know that there will not be a community development committee in 2 weeks, on May 5th. So this could not be considered at all in 2 weeks unless it goes at least up to the city council tonight. And so the question is, do you try and hold it over here, or do you hold it over at the main city council meeting? That's really the question.
Alderwoman Florian.
thank you, Chair. Noel, can you chime in on what holding this over will it affect us being able to get this moving? Like what, I know you mentioned there's 18 months to spend the money, but if we don't get this settled soon, will these people still be available, or, that kind of stuff?
I can't say with absolute certainty whether the contractor would still be able to fit us in on their schedule. My concern with it is that we don't have any control over how long the Illinois EPA takes to review things. So the sooner we get things into them to review, the better off we are leaving time for their review. In the old days, you could count on something in 60 days. Now you're looking at least 6 months, if not a year, for some reviews. So that's my hesitation with it, but, we will ask the contractor to move forward with it whenever it's approved, if it gets approved.
Well, I can't remember. When did we approve purchasing this bank?
It was in 2022. I want to say it was September, but I'm not positive that that's the right.
Okay, so September of '22. Okay.
Okay, so where does that leave us? There's been a request to hold it over. Alderwoman Florian has asked to override the holdover. Corporation Council has weighed in. I've seconded the request to combat the holdover. So are we taking a vote on overruling the holdover? Is that procedurally where that leaves us?
That is correct.
Okay. Roll call, please.
So just to make
It is
sure.
a vote a yes vote defeats the request for a holdover. A no vote agrees to hold this over for however long. Is that right?
Until the next scheduled Community Development Committee meeting, which will likely be on the second meeting in May.
Well, but it's not normally the second meeting in May. That's only if there's a special committee meeting. The next normally scheduled one would be June, whatever, the first meeting in June.
Yeah.
Because community development only meets the first Monday of the month.
The first opportunity that we know of would be after the May 5th meeting, whenever that is.
Let's vote on the override, please.
I'm going to correct you. The meeting to purchase was September 2021.
Oh,
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
okay.
So,
Roll call, please.
okay, once again, this is a motion to overrule the holdover. Yes means you will take this to a vote to move it out of committee. No means that this will be moved, this will be held over until the next Community Development Committee meeting.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Martinez?
I simply, first of all, before I vote, I just want to say this is the Alderman's award, so he would know what's best for it and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and vote no.
Alderman Donenworth?
No.
Alderman Felix?
No.
Chairman Hayes?
This is my vote. Alderman Martinez, I appreciate that, but aldermanic prerogative has not proved to be a thing up here for quite some time now. So I recall coming to the city council on numerous occasions about issues in the Ninth Ward, and everybody chose chicken sandwiches over prudent zoning, if I recall, despite my objections. All right, so looks like environmental cleanup in Alderman Felix's ward will be delayed. There being no reports and communications, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned at 5:22.